Dear Greg, I'm in my last year of college, and for all the time I've been here, I've had to work as a janitor in order to pay for my room and board. My parents have helped me with tuition, but I've had to pay for everything else. I know my parents don't have a lot of money, but now my younger sister is going to college, and they're paying for everything for her. Her tuition, her housing in the dorm, which includes food, and even some spending money. I didn't even find out about this until I asked her where she was going to work, and she said she wasn't working. I can't believe it. I had to work. Why shouldn't she? It's just not fair, and it makes me mad.
Most of us are absolutely consumed with a need for things to be fair. We want justice. But it turns out that our real concept of fairness is getting what we want in any given moment. We only want what we call justice when it works in our favor. How often do you hear someone say, "It's just not fair. I'm getting way more than I deserve here"? The very idea is laughable. As another example, I'm guessing that there have been many times in your life when your parents have done a great deal more for you than you have done for them. On those occasions, have you ever complained that it wasn't fair? Not likely. Contrary to what society often believes and what is taught in television commercials put on by investment companies in particular, none of us is born with an inherent right to have our parents pay for our college education. Your parents were not obligated to pay your college tuition, and you didn't earn it, but they paid for it anyway. Did you complain about that? Did you say to them, "No, that wouldn't be fair. I haven't done enough for you that you should give me this gift. I haven't earned it. I'll get another job so I can pay for my tuition myself"? No, of course you didn't, which is understandable. What you're doing is common to virtually all of us. Please don't think I'm picking on you. Only trying to show you something that we only use the word fair when we're not getting what we want. As yet another example, is your sister complaining that it's not fair that she's getting more support in college than you've gotten? No. There are many occasions when we really do get less than the people around us, often even when we've worked harder than they have. And people often treat us badly when we've done nothing to deserve it. We certainly have some justification in calling that unfair, and we could spend the rest of our lives pursuing justice. But then, what do we have? If I gave you 20 pounds of justice, what could you do with that? Could you buy happiness? No, you really couldn't. Our ultimate goal in this life is to be genuinely happy, and that doesn't come from justice, really. It comes from feeling unconditionally loved and from loving other people. When we insist on other people treating us fairly, which again usually means giving us what we want, does that ever make us feel closer to those people? Do we feel more loving when we're demanding justice? Never. Justice only gives us temporary feelings of satisfaction, safety, and power. In fact, we often increase our ability to love other people unconditionally only when they're not treating us fairly. It's no great trick to like people when they're giving us exactly what we want. Unconditional love is caring about other people when they're not making our lives easier. If people always gave us what we wanted, how would we ever learn to love them unconditionally? With perfect justice, your life might be easier. You might have less inconvenience to contend with, but you would not have genuine happiness, which can only come from feeling unconditionally loved and from loving other people. Let's talk some more about fairness and happiness in our next session.